And with that, we're shifting our focus. Let's take a look at the next piece of breaking news that we're getting on the broadcast. And this concerns the extradition of Tahawwur Rana to India. Remember, he is the person who has been wanted in the case in India which concerns 26/11 terror attacks. And now we are being given to understand that there is some sort of a relief that Mr. Rana has received. This is also overriding Biden administration's appeal before US court that has now in fact ordered a stay on the extradition of Pakistani origin Canadian businessman Tahawwur Rana to India, where he is facing a trial for his involvement in the 2008 Mumbai terror attacks. To offer more perspective and a nuanced one at that on this story that we continue to follow on the broadcast, let me actually bring in my colleague Abhishek Jha, who's joining us on the broadcast. Abhishek, it does seem like Mr. Rana has gotten some relief from the 9th Circuit Court. There was a case pending appeal and now no extradition at the moment. There is a stay. What has happened here?
So Rana has appealed before the 9th Circuit Court against the order by U.S. District Court in the Central District of California that denied the writ of habeas corpus, and now the district judge has given a sort of judgment that goes in the favor of Tahawwur Rana, that his extradition order has been stayed, and now he will have to give some information to the court by the first week of October, and the U.S. government will have to present this case by November 8th, and then the district judge will have any decision whether the case has its merit that Tahawwur Rana should be sent back to India or he will be there in USA. He will be extradited to India for the trial in 2008 cases. We have known that Indian government has been trying to take him to court in India and to question him, to argue his role about this 2008 terror attack. But he has been saying that if he is extradited to India, there will be irreparable damage to him because the serious charges that he will be tried in India may deter him from ever coming back to USA. So this is the ground, the legal ground that he's been trying to seek some relief on, and it looks like as of now he's been given some sort of relief. He has bought few more days before any final decision will be made on his plea, whether he should be extradited or he'll be staying back in USA.
Right, Abhishek, I also want to understand the fact that this case that concerns Tahawwur Rana, as far as his involvement in the 2008 Mumbai terror attacks is concerned, obviously lays a lot of fingers that are going to be pointed at the Pakistani army. And this extradition was an important one for India, considering now his appeal before the 9th Circuit Court has been accepted by the judge over there. How much of a relief for Mr. Rana are we looking at, and what does it now mean for India?
See, even if the court proceedings goes on and it is delayed, India will continue to file for its extradition appeal, and the US government, since it has given kind of in principle go ahead that Tahawwur Rana should be extradited, and now Tahawwur Rana is fighting against that decision. So even if the court proceedings go on, there will always be chances that Tahawwur Rana will be coming back to India because the serious charges that he has been he's being sought to Indian courts. That is very important. The second part is that U.S. government has shown its intent that it is willing to help India to have Tahawwur Rana and be tried in Indian courts. So these two factors are very positive in India direction. But then judiciary takes its own sweet time, and we have seen in the past also that Tahawwur Rana has been delayed. His extradition has been delayed. Even now, on the 10th of December, when the U.S. government will be submitting its plea and its merit to the district court, then the court will take a final call whether the U.S. government has made it or Tahawwur Rana's plea that he will have an irreparable damage if he is extradited to India. That will be considered as part of extradition plea.
Also, Abhishek, if we go back to the background of this case that concerns Tahawwur Rana and his involvement in the 2008 Mumbai terror attacks, we also are given to understand that there was logistical support that was provided to him, considering he was associated with the Pakistani army. All of those facts being laid bare before the court. When we talk about the proceedings therein, what really transpired in the 9th Circuit Court and the kind of relief that was not given to him in the earlier District Court of United States. How is that different from this decision that we see today?
So his lawyers, they have been seeking to stay on the plea of Tahawwur Rana, and the U.S. Court of Appeal for the 9th Circuit has asked Rana to submit his arguments before October 10th, and US government has been asked to submit its response by November 8th. And after those two responses have been given to the court, now the court will take a call whether the case of Rana has any merit. Earlier, we have seen that U.S. Attorney had appealed before the district court to deny Rana's ex parte application for a stay of extradition pending appeal, and argued that the stay would cause unwarranted delay in the United States fulfillment of its obligation to India, and this will damage its credibility in the international arena and impair its ability to obtain the cooperation of foreign nations in bringing United States to justice. So this is a kind of bipartisan support, or the both side support, or the treaty that India has with USA. In that context, it has been given the fact that if Rana is not extradited speedily to India, US may also have some problem getting back this kind of absconder, or people who have been accused of great crimes across the world, and this will dent the US credibility in extraditing people of bad background, of people of terror linkages being extradited to a country where he is being sought to be tried in court. So this also has an issue of US credibility on fulfilling its commitment and obligation to extradite people of concern to the respective country with which US has at least an extradition treaty.
Also, Abhishek, do we have any knowledge of how much was there an involvement as far as Pakistan is concerned when it is about these pleas before both the US courts as far as Tahawwur Rana is concerned?
We know that Indian National Investigation Agency, that NIA, has been probing Rana's role in 26/11 attacks that was carried out by terrorists of Pakistan-based Lashkar-e-Taiba group. Tahawwur Rana, who is 62, has been part of medical corps of Pakistan Army. He then retired, and he was in Canada, and now he's in the USA. And he had linkages to this terror organization. The NIA has said that it is ready to initiate proceedings to bring him to India through diplomatic channels also. So even if this extradition treaty doesn't go well in judiciary, India will continue to have its ways to find ways to have Tahawwur Rana back to Indian courts, where he can be tried for his role in killing of about 166 people, including 6 Americans who were killed in 2008. This also tells why U.S. judiciary will have some solid or strong view against the Tahawwur Rana, because there have been Americans who were also killed in this attack, in which Tahawwur Rana's role is being probed, and there are substantial evidence that Tahawwur Rana had linkages. He provided some key information to the terrorists of Lashkar-e-Taiba, who had all attacked the 26/11 attack in 2008.
Thank you so much for that perspective, Abhishek. We will leave it at that. There is some sort of a relief that has been given to Tahawwur Rana, the key in a person who's involved, as per India, in the 2008 Mumbai terror attacks. He right now can stay within the United States. That extradition proceeding that India demands has been stayed by the 9th Circuit Court. That's the latest that we're picking in on this story.